Welcome, Sagittarius, to your March 2021 reading, and thank you so much for tuning into my channel. If this is the first time you've tuned in, I offer free mini readings for all new subscribers. So all you have to do is click the subscribe button, and if you've got a question about this particular reading or something that this reading doesn't cover for you, just ask your question in the comments below and I'll get back to you. I get back to everybody who subscribes and asks a question. So if you don't hear from me straight away, please don't panic. It's just that I have other readings to get through, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So let's get into your reading for March. Now, you start out with the energy of the Hermit, and this card does represent the sign of Virgo. So some of you could potentially have a significant Virgo in your lives in March. But what this card talks about is actually going within. And this month, the Hermit is somebody who is a mentor. So this can talk about you mentoring other people in March, or you yourself being mentored as well. And often this is in regards to spiritual teachings, but this can relate to any area of your life. And it is next to the Queen of Wands, and Wands being a sign about your career and your passions. You could be being mentored at work. Now, this card can also ask you to seek out a teacher to help you move forward, or perhaps you are going on an inner exploration that will allow you to have a lot of insights to share with other people. I feel like you are really going on this inner journey in March. Now, it's almost like you're going through this self-discovery, or you're certainly wanting to go through this process of self-discovery. And when you see the Hermit in your reading, it really compels you to be quiet and listen to that small, still voice that comes from the depths of your soul. So it's really asking you to meditate and go to that quiet space in your life. Well, make sure you certainly have moments like that for yourself in March. Now, this can also refer to getting some good advice or some wise counsel, and it can really encourage you to take some quiet time to reevaluate your plans. So this message of quietening the soul, and just getting messages from your higher self often. But I do see that Queen of Wands there, and that is how I would normally read this card as a Leo card, but as this is a general reading, this can be any fire sign. It is a Leo, a Sagittarian like yourself, or an Aries. So this could be this person that you are going to get in contact with to get some good advice or some counsel as well for yourself. Now, next, to go into a little bit more depth about the Queen of Wands there. Now, I just noticed before I go into that, you have two queens, and to me, that is quite interesting. Whenever you see repeat cards, I always feel that there's a message there. And if you get multiple queens, I think that energy is really of creating something. And I feel like this is definitely the message here that you have when you get when you're getting these queens here, it's almost like you've got this, they're the nurturers of the tarot. They're loving and they're supportive, and they don't only want to help people, but they're also extremely capable of doing so. So I am feeling like you have this female energy around you, and this doesn't mean that this is not about women. This is about the energy. So you can be male and have the female energy around you. So this is just when I say, if I ever refer to she or he, that's just in the general meanings. These are non-gender specific. So, you know, when you see multiple queens here, I really am feeling you've got a lot of this female energy around you. Now, the thing with the Queen of Wands, though, now she is a wonderful person to have in your life, but the message of the Queen of Wands is, what are you waiting for? Now, I feel like there's nothing that you can't accomplish, Saggies, and it's like there's something you're feeling like you are trapped or you can't move forward. And this could be something from the past, but this is just an illusion, and you really have this incredible creativity and passion, and it's just waiting to be ignited. And when you see the Queen of Wands turning up in your reading, it's asking you to understand how unlimited your inner strength is and inexhaustible power. And the thing about this, your reading as well, right below the Queen of Wands is, that I ordinarily read as the Leo card, is the Strength card. And the Strength card also refers to Leo. It represents the starsuit of Leo as well. So I'm feeling that there is definitely a significant Leo in your life in March. But to go back to the Queen of Wands there, it's really, this is a card about beauty and grace, and you shouldn't be afraid to show that side of you out into the world. And also another thing about the Queen of Wands is someone that is able to balance many aspects of their life. So I feel like you are going to be required to do that in March, or you are actually achieving that and you're going to achieve that and be able to be quite good at doing that. Now, you've got the Devil card there. Now, this card looks a little bit scary there. And often when people get the Devil card, it is a bit misunderstood. It doesn't mean that you've got the devil in your life or you are the devil in any way. It just talks about, it's really, the best way to describe it is to talk about your ego. And as I said, it's the ego. This card reflects situations that are normally of your own making that make you feel trapped. And it seems as if you can't see your way through this feeling. It's almost like your path has become completely hidden to you, and it feels like there's no way going forward, but you're not really stuck at all. And freedom can just come to you just by changing your thoughts from pessimism to optimism. And by changing your thoughts, you're shifting energy and you're allowing things to move forward and not have this feeling of being stuck. Now, one thing that the Ego card, the Devil card can reveal are some significant challenges like addiction or dependency that can be holding you back from your happiness. So for many Saggies in March, there could be Something that is now an addiction can be anything. You can be addicted to cleaning. You could be addicted to sex. You could be addicted to sugar, eating. It's not just the things that instantly jump to mind. Alcohol, gambling, drugs. There's so many things that can become compulsive behavior. And essentially, an addiction is kind of like that. You're just being compulsive, you are going over and over things, and it's filling your life with things that, like I say, they're holding you back, but by shifting things, you have control of this. And however hard it is to break any of these addictions, you actually are the one in control, even though it might not feel like it at the time. Now, it's also, that card that talks about taking responsibility for your actions and for your choices. So I feel like you're really going to be addressing that in March. And this is very much connected with that Hermit card, where we are going inside to look at those deep, hidden sides of ourselves. And it's going to take a lot of strength. You've got the strength card there, but it doesn't talk about physical strength. It's that inner strength that many of us have, and that most of us have. We just don't realize it until we are faced with difficult situations, and we use that inner strength to get us through. And I feel like the Hermit card you are going to be going within and tapping into this inner strength that you do have. Now, you've got the Seven of Pentacles there, and this is the card that really talks about patience, and it's a card of hope as well, because you've put in the effort. And the Seven of Pentacles is a card of rewards, and it's a card of the garden that you've planted, the metaphorical garden. You've planted the seeds, and it's time now to bear the fruit. So if you've been putting work into yourself and into trying to overcome any sort of addiction or compulsive behavior that you may have, you are going to be seeing the results of this hard work in March. And if you've got any worries about things not working out, you just don't have to worry. You really don't. They're unfounded. That's basically what the Seven of Pentacles says. And everything's going to be well in time. And if things do feel like that they've come to a standstill for you, it's only temporary. So your plans are going to gain momentum very quickly, I feel, once you get that Seven of Pentacles. And then the next card you have is the Renewal card. And this energy is wonderful, Saggies. It really is. It's that energy of completing an important task and then taking the time to pause and review your past and your achievements. And that way you can actually decide where it is you want to go in the future. And this is right below the Hermit card, and this is exactly what the Hermit card often asks you to do. Go on that internal journey, pause, review. And this can also include career changes that you've been thinking about as well. So really take the time to think through your options really carefully in March. You may have some big decisions to make, but this card really lets you know that you're ready for anything. And if you are in a position where you are studying and you've got some exams coming up, or you've got legal proceedings in the loop, in your legal proceedings just going round and round in your life, or tests of any sort, when you get the Judgment card, it means that things will go very well for you. And it also tells you be prepared, prepare yourself for these up and coming judgments that may be made, and you will be fine. Things are going to go really well. Now, as I said, the Strength card there, and this is such a lovely card as well. This is that card where, as I mentioned, it's talking about exercising your desires coming from deep within you, but in a way that no one's harmed. It's not like an ego-driven kind of thing like what is in the Devil. It's that being able to control a situation but no one getting hurt, and it's only beneficial. But it really is you being able to go in and find that strength within you, and find that you're able to tame any of those urges and those things, those compulsions that are in the Devil there. You are able to really become stronger through all of this, all of the struggle that you might be having, that internal struggle that you might be having with that Devil card. Now, often true kindness, for true kindness to come forth, you find it, you've really got to find it within yourself to forgive. And that's a big message of the Strength card. You're asked to let go of any judgments of yourselves or others and view those around you with forgiveness and tolerance. And I think, Sagittarians, you can do that. And you're quite intellectual, you're quite intelligent. So you do have the ability to make yourself look at somebody else from their perspective rather than outwardly, from outwardly looking in. You are able to connect with people and understand their issues. So I feel like you're really going to be helping a lot of people as well in March. That is going to flow out of you and allow you to benefit a lot of other people around you. Now, you've got the Nine of Wands, and this is the card that often it has energy around it that you feel like you've got to, you've been working really, really hard on something, and it's almost like you feel like you've got to protect what you've created. You're really working hard to create your dreams, and you might be feeling a little bit uncomfortable about the safety or stability that you've built, and it's almost like you want to go over everything again and double check everything and make sure your efforts are okay, the work that you put in is okay, it's safe, it's no one's going to steal it from you or take it from you. You've done, you've got to look back and be able to have absolute self-confidence in yourself. And again, this card sort of asks you to go within to access your inner courage. So you've got messages here about inner strength, inner courage, and then turn it outward to show a brave, turn it outward in that show of bravery and determination. And this does have a flow-on effect for the people around you when they see someone being brave and strong, and they've got that conviction and will. This is so beneficial to the people around you. As long as you believe in yourself everything will be well. But for some, now again, this is a general reading, so there are different messages for different people. This can often feel like you are really in a situation that kind of has the energy of, oh God, not again. It's that final step that you have to kind of go through before you get to where it is that you want to go, you want to be. So that is that energy of the Nine of Wands as well. And your final card, that other queen, that is the Queen of Pentacles. Now this would normally be a Virgo card, but this is any earth sign. So this is Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. But traditionally, I would read this card as a Virgo card. And this is someone that is very nurturing. There's a lot of magic going on with the Queen of Pentacles. And it shows a time of being able to manifest things in your life. It's almost like you've got everything figured out, and you just prefer to take the down-to-earth approach to any problems that you've got. But you're also being called on to make sure that the people around you are getting their needs met. So you can't forget your family or friends, just because your careers are busy and you've got a hectic kind of life. But I feel like you are doing a lot of nurturing as well. Now, this card also reminds you to use kindness in your interactions with others. So you might think that you understand somebody's situation, but it's quite possible that they're going through more than you know at this time. So really use that mothering energy and nurture those around you. But one message about the Queen of Pentacles is make sure that you nurture yourself as well, Sagittarius. This is important because I feel like there's a lot of pressure there with that Nine of Wands, and a little bit of pressure with that Devil card as well, that ego card. So make sure you nurture yourself, and give yourself that quiet time that the Hermit is asking you to reflect on, that the Hermit is asking you to use to reflect on your life. Now, your final card there is renewing your life. And I love these cards. The imagery is so simple, yet it is so deep as well, if it can be two things. You can just look at the image. The person is throwing a big box of clutter off the edge of the cliff. That person doesn't need it anymore. And when you're in that quiet space of the Hermit, something really good for you to repeat is radiant vitality is filling my life. So repeat that over and over to yourself. Now, I'm going to just read the meaning out for this card. So a powerful inner and outer renewal is occurring in your life. Purification is happening on many levels. Take your life to the next level by clutter clearing. Release situations and people that don't empower you. Space clear your environment and eat lightly. In order for renewal to occur, the old needs to make way for the new. The universe wants you to know sometimes it's difficult for exciting experiences to come into your life if your auric field or your personal space is cluttered. There's simply no room for something new. When you purify your life, you create the space for new opportunities to come flooding in. If you have a sense that your auric field, your living space, or your body have become cluttered or dingy, this is the time to do some inner and outer cleaning. So that is actually a wonderful message for a lot of you Saggies this month. I feel that you are going to be really able to clear up some stuff from the pasts. And by going internally, by looking deeply into your soul, searching for that inner strength, you are going to be able to do what it takes to move forward in quite a nurturing way for yourself and for those around you as well. So I hope that resonated for you, Saggies. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to take up that offer of a free mini reading if you are a new subscriber. If you're into crystal jewelry as well, check out my website at kazana.com.au. They are one-off pieces only, designed and handmade in Australia by an Australian designer. So check those out. Have a great month, Saggies, and I hope to see you next month. Bye.